It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, an important blood drive today in Wayne County at Wayne Memorial Hospital. Its blood connection will be there from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Again, they took appointments, but walk-ins are always welcome. Again, if you get the chance to give the gift of life, a pint of blood, again, that's taking place today at Wayne Memorial Hospital from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Again, the blood mobile is located adjacent to the cafeteria and will be located outside in the parking lot. The case of the state of Georgia versus Stephen Wright came to a close yesterday. Again, it was a week-long trial. It began with opening arguments a week ago this past Monday. This past Monday, the jury deliberated close to 7.5 hours. Again, they came out several times with notes. The judge, Bert Guy, Superior Court judge who was presiding over the case, he sent them back in time and time again, asking that they continue to work and try to come up with a verdict. Again, this is the results. After 7.5 hours of deliberations, they came out with a hung jury on several counts and not guilty on other counts. Not guilty on kidnapping, not guilty on influencing a witness, and not guilty on aggravated sexual battery. The hung jury, on the aggravated sexual sodomy. Hung jury on sexual battery, hung jury on oath of office. And again, let me repeat that. It's not guilty on kidnapping, not guilty on influence of witness, and not guilty on aggravated sexual battery. It was a hung jury on a sexual battery charge, hung jury on oath of office, and hung jury on the aggravated sodomy charge. Once again, Stephen Wright, former Jesup police officer, on trial this past week, represented by attorney Adrian Browning. The case of the state was represented by Assistant DA Nigel Lush. Again, it ended late yesterday afternoon. Again, 7.5 hours of deliberation. Again, they were hung on several counts and found him not guilty on other counts. Again, the state has the option of trying him again on the counts that were hung, but again, that's not likely. And former Jesup police officer Stephen Wright and his attorney basically getting a win yesterday in Wayne County Court. Again, not guilty on the kidnapping charge, not guilty on influencing a witness, and not guilty on the aggravated sodomy charge or sexual battery charge. Hung jury on the sexual battery, other charge, hung jury on the oath of office, and hung jury on aggravated sodomy. Again, those are results from the jury yesterday. A jury of 6 men, 6 women listened to all the evidence presented by the state's case, Assistant DA Nigel Lush and defense attorney Adrian Browning. And that's the result from the courthouse late yesterday afternoon. We'll be back with more news. That's word from our sponsor of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Voting continues week 2 of the 3-week early voting process at the new county election building at 306 East Pine Street. On Monday, there were 99 people who voted, 92 Republicans, 4 Democrats, 3 nonpartisan, bringing the total up to 803 who have cast votes early in Wayne County. And there are over 27,000 registered voters. Still less than 1,000 have voted in this important election in a sheriff's race with 3 candidates on the ballot, also an important district attorney's race, other races on the ballot as well. And early voting continues today from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., runs all this week. There is a second Saturday of early voting. That's this Saturday, May the 11th. The time on Saturday will be between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Again, the total heading into the day for registered voters who have voted early, 803 in Wayne County. Drama last night, the county commissioners meeting. Again, the commissioners amended the agenda to add pending litigation along with personnel for the executive session. The chairman, Mike Gordon, announced that the personnel was for the evaluation of County Administrator Paul Andrade, and said the pending litigation was Jamie Hickox. The motion passed 4-1 with Jamie Hickox objecting, stating that she did not have any pending litigation against the county, said she did not retain a counsel. But again, the chairman said she filed a complaint with the Attorney General's office against the county commissioners. So again, that was the pending litigation. They stayed behind closed doors for close to an hour, came out and announced that County Administrator Paul Andrade had received a raise. They also stated there was no action taken on the pending litigation. And while they were back in closed door session, Jamie Hickox just sat at the table, and they state she was visibly upset. And reached out to her, and again, that is her statement that she objected and said she did not have any pending litigation against the county at this time, since she has not retained any legal counsel. But again, they state she filed a complaint with the Attorney General's office. They state that's why she was not allowed into the executive session, because they state there is pending litigation against the county. And all that taking place last night at the county commissioners meeting. We'll have more from the county commissioner meeting tomorrow on the local news. Jesup City Commissioners meet tonight at 7 p.m. WIFO FM will be on hand for that meeting. have a full report for tomorrow here on the local news. We'll come back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor and the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes in news, Hospice of St. George is hosting a 9-week session on grief support. It starts Monday, May 13th at 6 p.m. at the hospice building. It's open and free to the public. Stanley Todd will be officiating the conference. Again, if you'd like to join the conference, if you have any questions, simply call Hospice of South Georgia. That number is 912-588-0080. Again, it's a 9-week session course on grief support. Again, starts Monday, May 13th with Stanley Todd officiating. Once again, the number, if you're interested, call Hospice of South Georgia, 912-588-0080. And again, a reminder, a community-wide blood drive taking place today at Wayne Memorial Hospital. Blood Connection is the provider. And the time today from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Again, if you have the chance to give the gift of life, a pint of blood, all walk-ins will be welcome today at that blood drive. That's going to do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan saying have a great day.